So it should be a really interesting match, this. The best and the worst as far as qualification for these championships are concerned. The number 1 against the number 8. But Roddick will be pushing hard this evening to prove that there's very little difference between the two. Both players very popular with the British tennis fans. Roddick because he's achieved so much at Wimbledon without actually winning the tournament. And of course Nadal has done just that in a sensational style too. Taking him long to dial in.
You happy with the colour coordinations with the orange and purple? Being the aficionado that you are.
And the grey. Yeah, I like it a lot. I'm not sure about the orange, but I really do like the maroon, I guess, and the grey. Shoes are cool as well. Sensational shot making already from the Spaniard.
And there are some who suggest that Nadal is a little bit vulnerable high on the backhand side. I'm not too sure about that.
Todd Martin, I think, was suggesting that in an article I read this morning as well. But I think on this court, it's tough to get it high enough, regularly enough, to make a significant difference to the outcome. Well, that looked a little shaky, that one. Maybe some early nerves. It's so important to get off to a good start. And I think Roddick will appreciate the fact that this is an opportunity to catch Nadal cold. But he's in desperate need of a couple of big serves here. That'll do nicely.
137 miles an hour. Clock him regularly over 130, Candy.
It's interesting, I was having a bite to eat with a couple of friends that have come to the tennis this evening, and they were really excited about the possibility of seeing a world record for a serve, 155. I said, I don't want to disappoint you, but I don't think we're going to see that this evening, because it depends on the conditions, doesn't it? You're certainly going to see some of the fastest serves of the event, but I don't think he's going to get close to that record.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a dodgy record, though, in all fairness.
Yeah, there's no calibration of the speed gun, is there, throughout the course of tennis? So events use different ones. This one, we know, is relatively reliable But at a couple of events, they have been on the high side, and then suddenly everyone starts serving a little bigger. They feel good about the game, but it's not not necessarily a true reflection of the speed.
Even if you're missing it, you just go for the biggest one. The first thing you do is look at the speed gun. What was that?
Did well there from 15-40. Some very effective serving. We know he's got the ability to bring the heat, but it's all about variation, surely, when you're up against someone like Nadal who returns well on a court like this. You've got to keep him guessing.
Certainly do. But Roddick does just that. That's what's made us serve so good over the years. Almost a decade now, that serve has been so reliable, and it's the variety he brings. He throws in the change-up with the kick serve occasion on the first, serves and volleys every now and then. And he's got all the serves from pretty much the same ball toss. But all the corners. Always an important shot when I watch Rafa play. They're foiling up the line. When he starts to nail that one, you know you're in trouble because he's finding his range. It's a shot that he likes to play particularly often. But you can see he still hasn't got his range. Just missed that now.
And especially when he wasn't playing well, when he wasn't winning tournaments, that shot very rarely figured at all. But then when he started to play well, when he started to win tournaments, it was a huge weapon. Variation there. Roddick, of course, looking to run around that second serve, use the forehand, so that's why he went out wide to the forehand. But again, a little tight, a little nervous, hasn't found his range, and he's in big trouble now. So after saving break points in his opening service game, it's Roddick now with a chance to take a relatively sizable lead.
They're going for a safe shot there, Nadal. And despite the fact there was a big gap up the line, didn't want to take that shot on.
That's amazing. We saw Thomas Roddick earlier today serve 2 doubles in his opening service game. It cost him, got off to a poor start, never recovered. And Nadal has suffered a similar fate here this evening. But his powers of recovery, I would suggest, are a little better than Roddick's. But there'll be nervous moments in the Spaniards' camp.
Roddick is the one guy, though, who you don't want to get behind too early on in the match. He's such a good front runner, is Andy. When he's got that serve firing, he can hold in 60 seconds comfortably.
It's also worth repeating the fact that this season Roddick's got the best record of anybody in the tournament against the other 7 players. So he has excelled when coming up against them, even though his record in the Grand Slams isn't particularly good this season. So that will give him confidence.
That's his favourite one, that one up the middle there. He's dialed in early. 42 miles an hour.
But, there isn't much in it. Roddick's won 78% of the matches that he's played against all of the other players in the tournament on all surfaces. Nadal 77%. So they both performed really well. But on hard courts, there is a significant difference. Roddick again 78%. Nadal only 50%. Dialed in, absolutely no question about that. Regularly in the 140s, and there's plenty for the American. It's exactly what all the neutrals wanted, I think. So now Nadal out there to prove that he's up to the challenge. Just smothered that one a little bit.
Whoa, missed by a country mile.
A wild shot, wasn't it? Again, the timing off. And he'll have practiced a lot. In fact, he suggested as much the other day. He said he's prepared very well, but it's very different playing